Today I'm going to be interviewing my dad for the human communications class. So the first question is, how do you explain effective communication and what key concepts do you believe are most important to gain understanding?
Well, you have to listen to the question. You have to think about your answer and have a constant back and forth with the person asking the question. Understanding their point of view and also your point of view on what you're trying to get across. Be calm and professional.
I like that answer.
Thank you.
Okay, number 2. Can you describe a time when you had to use effective communication to solve a misunderstanding? How did you approach this conversation?
Well, I went and gathered all the facts to try to find out what the issues and concerns were. I talked to both parties, being a mediator, if you will, to gather their information to find out who was telling the truth and who was lying. Usually there's two sides to every story, and somewhere in the middle is the truth. So you listen to both sides, and you bring them together and you talk about the issues and the concerns, and you come up with a game plan together to make the situation better so it doesn't happen in the future.
Okay. Number 3, how do you, if you, change your communication style when dealing with different groups of people, such as coworkers, friends, or family?
Well, depending on where you work, there should be a certain lingo or certain vocabulary that you might use. When you're dealing with children, obviously that's going to be different. More of a training phase, if you will. When dealing with family, there's a lot of love there, so you have that aspect of communication. It just depends on the situation. So again, learning the situation, learning who you're talking to, and always being respectful when you have these discussions.
Number 4, how do you approach a difficult conversation such as firing someone? Does this approach affect your communication?
No, it does not affect your communication. All conversations should not be difficult. Again, if you have the facts, if you have the knowledge, you mentioned firing somebody. Somebody doesn't get fired just because they didn't show up. There's got to be reasons behind it. So as long as you have the facts in front of you of what happened, what the reasons were why the individual was getting fired, what parts of the business or what parts of their job they did not complete or do their tasks, then there's no difference in communicating. You might have a little bit of compassion for them because they might be losing their job, but in the end, they didn't do their job in the first place, so that's why you had to let them go.
Can you share an experience where your knowledge of a topic played a key role in how you communicated? How did this help you communicate more effectively?
I'm in sales and knowledge is power. The more you know, the easier it is to sell. So having knowledge behind you can answer any question that they might have, can go against any type of, discouragement towards you, any type of no they might ask you. If you have more knowledge, you can explain to them why something works, why it happens, why it's beneficial, and what qualities of the product or service you provide could benefit that customer or that person. So more knowledge is power.
Would you say that you use communication in every part of your life each day?
Yes, I do. So every part of your life, whether it's waking up in the morning and finding out what's going on for the day, whether it's making a phone call and asking what's going to happen for dinner or lunch, whether it's talking to your daughters and asking them how many points they're going to score in a game, you have to communicate all these verbal questions daily. So communication is in every aspect of life.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Lily.